Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. The quadratic function ax square positive 200x positive c has at least one real solution. What is the greatest possible value of a times c? Now let me consider a quadratic equation in standard form, that is ax square positive bx positive c equals to 0. Usually the maximum number of solution for a quadratic equation is 2. Sometimes we'll be getting only one solution, sometimes we'll be getting no solution. Okay, when we write a quadratic equation in standard form like this one, and if this equation has at least one real solution, then the value of the discriminant b square negative 4ac will be greater than or equal to 0. When I consider the stuff over here, it is exactly in this form, ax square positive bx positive c, that is in standard form. Since this quadratic function has at least one real solution, then the value of this discriminant b square into 4ac for this quadratic function will be greater than or equal to 0. To get the value of b, we have to consider the coefficient of x, and for the value of a, we have to consider the coefficient of x square, and for c, we have to consider the constant term. Okay, now let me take the value of b in the given quadratic function, that is a coefficient of x, 200, then 200 square, negative 4 times the value of a is a coefficient of x square, that is the same a, and c is a constant term, the same again c. So it must be greater than or equal to 0 because this quadratic function has at least one real solution. Okay, now when I take a square for this 200, it will be 40,000. Let me write it over here. Negative 4ac greater than or equal to 0. Now let me subtract 40,000 from both sides of this inequality. Let me do it. When I do so, this positive 40,000, negative 40,000 will cancel. I'm getting negative 4ac greater than or equal to, when I combine 0 and negative 40,000, I'm getting negative 40,000. Okay, here I'm going to divide both the quantities by negative 4. Okay, negative 4ac divided by negative 4 and negative 40,000 by negative 4. Whenever I multiply or divide both the quantities of an inequality, we have to flip the inequality sign. Here we have greater than or equal to. Since we have divided both the quantities by the same negative value, that is negative 4, we have to flip this greater than or equal to less than or equal to. Okay, here this negative 4 will cancel out, this negative will cancel out. I am getting AC on the left side, less than or equal to 40,000 divided by 4 is 10,000. Let me write over here. Okay, here AC can be 10,000, otherwise the AC has to be less than 10,000. Clearly the greatest possible value of AC is 10,000.